What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Chris. Chris's Kitchen. I don't know what to call it. But today I'm going to show you guys how to make homemade donuts with glaze. So I'm going to show you guys how to make donuts. I'm going to show you guys how to make the glaze for it. It's going to be fun, it's going to be easy. And I mean, who doesn't like donuts? Who doesn't love donuts? I love donuts. And if you don't like donuts, then I don't know, something might be wrong with you. You might want to go see a doctor. But yeah, I can't have donuts even though I love them so much because I'm on a diet. I'm trying to do that competition thing, you know, trying to get back into it. If you're new to the channel, I also used to do like mukbangs with a lot of like donuts. Was my favorite things to do. So if you want to see that, I'll put that link up here somewhere too, so you can check that playlist out. But yeah, you know already. Cue in that intro. And we're back, guys. So first things first, I like to get the oil started while I'm doing it, while I'm prepping the donuts. So I got the oil poured in. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna put it on low. I like to put it on low because I like to cook it nice and slow and easy. So that way it ensures that the middle part and everything else inside is cooked. Because if you cook it too high, they tend to brown really fast, and then it could look nice and pretty outside, but in the inside it's not even cooked. So I like to cook it nice and slow, and that way to ensure that the insides are cooked. But anyways, now the ingredients, well, that's warming up, time to get the ingredients. Now you're thinking ingredients, you need flour, water or milk, butter, sugar, and some sort of yeast, right, to activate it and create the dough. No, you're not gonna need any of that. You're gonna need one ingredient, and I'm gonna show you what that one ingredient is. Quick and easy. Like I said, this is gonna be a quick and easy way to cook donuts, and that ingredient is Pillsbury biscuits. I got the sweet Hawaiian one, which is great because it has like a nice little sweet taste to it, which is perfect for making these donuts. So I'm going to use that. I also have these, the smaller ones. These are the grands. You want to use the grands. The smaller ones, I can use these. I usually use these to make the Chinese donuts, or they're just kind of like a ball. Yeah, I like to make those Chinese donuts that you see like at buffets and stuff like that. Oh, those are so good. They're kind of like malasadas. Those are good too, you know. So those are like the kind of size that you use to make those. But you want to use the grands to make your actual donuts. So we're going to be cutting that up, and this is all you need. Seriously, it's all you need for your donuts. Again, nice, quick, and easy way. This is a biscuit. So essentially it creates like a cronut. It is just a simple way to make cronuts. So if you're a fan of cronuts like I am, I do like cronuts. It's one of my favorite donuts. That's what you're gonna get from here because of the flakiness of the biscuit. That's what you're gonna get. All right, so we're gonna prep this and get this ready while that's warming up. And yeah, I'll show you guys how I cut this. I do not have a cookie cutter right now. I need to order some. I'm gonna have to use a good old knife and just hand cut it. I'll show you guys that right now as I prep it. What's up, guys? So it's been a long time since I've done one of these voiceovers. I think I did it once or twice in one of my older videos, but you know, here I am. So I think it's the best time to do this. So I'm opening up the package of the biscuits, separating the biscuits and getting them ready to cut the donut holes. And again, I don't have a cookie cutter to cut the donut holes, so I'm using a paring knife, which to me I think is the best way to do it for me right now. I think it adds a lot of character to the donuts, and you know, they make them imperfect, and which is kind of like my style, you know. I'm not too perfect on things, and I just like the way they look when they're imperfect, so you know, kind of fits me. But yeah, I'm gonna cut these up and then get these ready to go. I have the oil heating up behind me, so yeah, these should be good to go soon. And so with this batch here, I get 8 full donuts and then 8 little donut holes. So which is a great batch just for this package here. So I'm gonna get this all ready, and then we'll go from there. guys, so there it is. There you have it. My imperfect cut donuts, which I like to have, like these imperfect donuts. Adds a lot of character to it, if you ask me. So yeah, the oil is almost done. I can feel it. Should test it. No, there we go. Now, this is how I test it. Grab a toothpick or skewer, or a chopstick if you have a wooden chopstick, and I just like to pour it in there. And when you start seeing bubbles around there, that means pretty much the oil is ready. Oil's hot enough. If it's bubbling super fast, then then your oil's probably too hot. All right, so yeah, so I'm gonna start cooking these up and start dropping them in. I'm gonna start with the donut holes. That kind of also helps me test the oil, see how fast it's cooking. So yeah, let's get to that right now. All right, here we go. So we got the donut holes. I'm gonna drop those in place. Again, the oil is on low, so it's gonna cook nice and slow to ensure that it doesn't brown too fast, and ensure that it's cooking the middle, the insides. Those look pretty good. I'm gonna start taking these out. Tray here. Put them on a rack to cool off. You do not want to dip these in icing while it's fresh and super hot. You want it nice and cool, or else the icing will just melt right off and it won't even stick to it really. All right, next up, start with donuts. One, I can fit 2 in there. Let this cool off before I break one open. I'm gonna break one of those open, just the donut holes, just to see how cooked it is inside, if it's not cooked or if it is cooked. It's super hot right now. I'm gonna do this one. So here's this one. Yep, nice and cooked. Look at that, cooked all the way through. So let that cook a little bit on one side and then flip it over. I don't really gauge by time, I gauge by look and how brown it gets. But I'd roughly say about 2 minutes or so. All right, these look good on one side. Kind of flipped it over. There we go. I'm actually going to use tongs because these are just too small for this pan that I'm using. This pot that I'm using. So let that sit for another minute, not so much 2 minutes. It's gonna brown a lot faster. It's probably like a minute and a half, just a little shorter than the other half. Alright, that looks about done. Looks nice and even. See how it's nice and even on both sides. Put that off to the rack here. 2 more in there. And here you have it, guys. All done, all cooked up. and then let it sit on the rack for a little bit to cool, completely cool down. I like them to be nice and cool. If you know they're not cool, they're starting to cool. This one's like pretty cool. These are just fresh, so it's gonna take a few minutes. So I'm gonna let that cool off and on the rack, like I said. And then while that's happening, we're gonna go make the glaze. All right, guys, time for the glaze. First things first: 2 tablespoons butter, 2 tablespoons milk. I mean, not tablespoons, teaspoon milk. Teaspoon of vanilla. You don't want a lot of liquid in here because the powdered sugar is very light and airy, so it dissolves pretty quickly. It's not dense, so it's going to absorb a lot of that quickly, and it's going to melt into that. And so you don't need a lot of liquids. So I'm going to do a cup first of powdered sugar, but it can go from a cup to a cup and a half, depending on how dense your syrup is or how loose it is. If it's loose, you're going to need some more. Not syrup, but glaze. So you're just going to mix that up. And I know you're thinking like, oh, there's too much powdered sugar, not enough liquids. No, trust me, you mix that up. It's better to have it be more thicker and need a little bit more liquid than to have it be really runny, because it's hard to make it dense because you're going to be adding a lot of powdered sugar to make it dense. There you go. See, that's a little dense. It's a lot thicker than I want. I just want it a little looser than that. So what I'm going to do is add a teaspoon of water. Actually, I can add another teaspoon of milk. I prefer milk water. So, see how it's a little bit runny? That's kind of like what you want. You can go a little bit more, so maybe a quarter teaspoon. Okay, and the consistency is already good. I just want it a little more runnier, just a little bit. And with this glaze, and powdered sugar glaze, it a little goes a long way. See, now it's how much runnier it is. That's actually how I like it to be, because then it sticks really nice onto the donut. Alright, so glaze is done. Now I just gotta wait for these to cool down, and we'll be good to go. It's time to glaze these up. Start off with one of the donuts. There you go. Pick a good side. I think this is a good side to do it. Actually, this is a good side to do it. So what you're going to do is you want to go down at an angle and kind of swirl it around, make sure it gets coated, and then lift it off at an angle. Let it drip a little bit, turn it around, kind of get that glaze on there. Look out that. See, when you have a little thicker glaze, it sticks on nicely. It'll run off to the side a little bit, but for the most part, it's going to be nice and thick. And you want your donuts cooled so that your icing sticks nicely to your donut and doesn't melt away, because if it's too warm, then it's going to melt right off. So you do that again for another donut. Let the excess drip off here as much as possible. And there you have it. Look at that. Let that cool off. Sometimes what I'll do if my donut is a little too hot, I will do one coat, or it's a little too warm, I'll do one coat, and then I'll come back later and do another coat of icing. I like to do the donut holes last because I want to make sure that my donuts are covered. Alright guys, so that is it. There you have it. All glazed up. Just gonna let it sit here and let the glaze settle and harden. But yeah, that is it guys. Homemade donuts or cronuts. Nice and easy. Not an extensive recipe, just really quick and easy. Just takes time to cook it because I like to cook it nice and slow, like I said. But other than that, that's it. Nice and simple. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that little donut making video. Wish I could eat it, but obviously I can't. You know, but one day I will be able to eat it when I can have cheap meals. But yeah. All right, guys. That's gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys did enjoy it, please do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you like seeing content like this, please let me know by subscribing to the channel. It'll help me out tremendously. And don't forget to hit the notification button to notify you when the next video is up. I truly appreciate it, guys. You don't have to. I'm just asking if you guys could help support. That would be great. If not, that's cool. No worries. But I still hope you enjoyed the video. All right, guys. I will catch you guys in the next video. Until then, I'm outies. Peace.